let's take a look at the Boogie Woogie lick with walkups. So this is a really fun thing to work on with the backing track, and I just really love this lick, and it's fun to combine it with the walkups as well. Even if this is all you played at a jam or on stage, this would sound really good without any other rolls or licks or anything. This sounds really great as it is. So definitely work on getting this into your vocabulary. We're going to be starting with the F-shaped G chord, where pinky and ring is at the 5th fret, and it's going to start like this. We're going to pluck 4th string with thumb, and then middle on the 1st, and then we're kind of going through, we're going to treat this like a single string lick, basically, where a lot of it is going to be going from thumb to index, alternating from thumb to index. So we're going to take our index finger, leave your pinky down on the 1st string. I think that's what I usually do. If you lift it off, that's probably fine too, but I usually like to leave that anchored. So we just did 4th string, and then middle finger on the 1st string, and now I'm taking my index and I'm putting it on 3rd fret, 3rd string. I'm plucking that with thumb, and then middle finger goes to 4th fret, a half step up. We're going to pluck that with index. And now we're taking our index finger on the left hand, put it on 2nd string, 3rd fret, pluck that with thumb. And now we're going to pluck index on the 2nd string, ring finger at 5th fret. Now we're kind of walking our way back down. We're going back down to the index on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. That's thumb, pluck, then half step up, middle back on the 4th fret, pluck with index, and then back to thumb on the 4th string where we started with the ring finger on the 4th string, 5th fret. So we've got this lick. And like I mentioned before, the way Earl Scruggs would do this, and this is you can choose how you want to pluck this with your right hand, pick it with your right hand. But he did downstrokes with thumb, and he would go thumb, and then middle on the 1st, but then he would go thumb, and then thumb again, instead of alternating, and his would sound like this. So he went thumb, middle, thumb, thumb, and then index, index on the 2nd string, and then back to thumb, thumb, and then thumb again. So he kind of broke some of the rules that we're used to in modern bluegrass playing, where we're usually alternating thumb and index. And that's how I wrote it, because that's how I normally do it, is the thumb and index. But sometimes I do try to do it the way Earl did it, just to see if I can do it. So it's kind of interesting to do it both ways, and try what works best for you. I just think the alternating thumb and index kind of feels a little smoother, and I can play it a little faster without it feeling strained or anything like that. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out as an little extra bonus information there. Okay, now we're doing our walk up. So once we hit the 4th string on the 1st beat, that's where it's landing. 2nd measure, this is hitting thumb on the 4th string, 1st beat, and we go, that went thumb, middle on the 1st string. And now we're walking this in octaves. We're going to pinch. We move the F shape up to 7th fret, pinky and ring on 7th fret, and we pinch, and then we go up to 9. So we went up to the 9, and then we're a half step away from our C chord. And now we're just doing that same boogie woogie lick that we just did, and feel free to do it the Scruggs way or the way that it's written. All right, now the very common walk from C to D is that we're going to go back a half step. So it's going to feel like we're on a B chord. We're going to pluck the 9th fret. So I'm going. You pluck 10 and then go back a half step, pinch 9. Go up a half step, pinch 10, then pinch 11. And now we're right on the D. So we went. Okay, that lands us on D. Now, right when we get to the D, we're doing the same lick. And then we're doing the same walk up we did from G to C, but we're going from D to G. So we go, and that's 12. We do that same thumb, middle thumb. Walk up a whole step, pinch, that's 14. Then we pinch 16 octaves, that's pinching 1st and 4th string. And now we land on the high G of where we started. Middle and pinky is on 17th fret, and we do the same boogie woogie lick. And now I wrote in a little walk up to start over. After I hit 17, these are all quarter notes, 4th string open, 2nd string, 4th fret, 4th string, 4th fret, and then we start it all over again. So you can loop this around and around, and I would recommend looping this with the backing track, and then you'll be surprised this will get worked into your playing, and just try to use it at all the jams when you get a chance. Whenever you think about these, when you're playing Blue Ridge Cabin Home or anything with this G, C, D chord progression, just start to try to utilize this. So, and it's also a lot of fun. So, work really hard on this, and we'll see you at the next lesson.